EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Cleveland Browns Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Today, we've got a good one on tap in the AFC North, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns. To get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go from Cleveland. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Looking to throw right away is Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And his first pass is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? And now they'll shift things around. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Off of play action, it's Watson rolling to his left. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 23 yards, the final tally.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Again, it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. Chubb is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Watson. Buying time to his left. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Flushed out right. Touchdown! Donovan Peoples-Jones. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their 25-yard line. Here's Pickett. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. Inside the 20. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed.
And Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The York on now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first-quarter lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Pickett back to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old, reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They're going for it. This is Harris. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back at excellent field position. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Shoves him aside. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 30 yards. And the Browns have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Pickett. Got an open man. It's Washington. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Harris running straight ahead, trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Pickett. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
The Browns drive about to get started. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From the end zone, Watson Quick throw, and he's got Amari Cooper. He's got space past the 25. He's got a full head of steam on his horse. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. York now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Browns 28. Steelers 7.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. A nice gain of 21 yards. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. He's across midfield and finally marked down at the 42-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. It's intercepted. They got Pickett for the... Oh, they try a lateral on the return. Now the ball's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices, it's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. The final shot before the break. Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. So maybe some signs of life. I mean, this has been a defense. They've been all over the map here in this first half, but they're coming through with a big play.
And sometimes that one play is what you need. And it sounds overly simple, but this is a team that was close to being down and out before halftime. So to come back and return an interception for a touchdown, that's big.
Yeah, maybe it can serve, Charles, like you were alluding to, as a little bit of a wake-up call for them. We'll see. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead, tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here. Got an open man. It's Pickens. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Pickett going to move his guys around.
At the Browns' 32-yard line.
On second down, this is Harris. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now Pickett. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here we go. It's Pickett on fourth down. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now they're in the hurry-up. Second down. Here's Pickett. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Looking to throw, Pickett. His pass caught at the 4. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Kenny Pickett connecting with Deontay Johnson. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Boswell for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their lead down from 21-14, but still sitting in a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
But both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
Watson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And they're going to speed things up here. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. To throw is Watson. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They go up the middle with Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They run it again with Chubb. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
It's 4th down.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll send Austin in motion right. Now they fake the jet sweep there and a run instead with Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. He gets it complete to Harris. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one, the advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, really about 95% chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
Yeah, knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And Chubb will try the middle here. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. Now it's Watson. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and that will force a turnover on downs. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation, because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And again, it's Chubb. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Throwing now, Watson. He's going to look deep for more. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Steel City at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two teams that have combined to win 11 Super Bowl titles. The Steelers and the Niners are underway. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. A short one there to Freiermuth. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They hand this off to Harris. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Harris going to get it again on second down. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. The man in motion left here, Johnson. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 8. Pickens going in motion left. Yeah, the play clock running down, so Mike Tomlin burns a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Pickett will look to pass it. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll run with McFarland. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
We're scoreless after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Here we go. 43 rail. Ready.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Not an easy spot here. We'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. And a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, this. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And the Niners will take over here just shy of the 30.
Ready, set. Drill, 52.
On play action, Lance rolling to his right. His throw incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
On 2nd down, here's Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Now Lance again. Flush to his right. Looking for Gray and finding him once again. He's into space past the 25. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps having a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Flushed out right. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Jake Moody now on for the field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on 4th down, the Steelers going to bring in Braden Mann to punt. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Steps away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, Charles, it's so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. But a flag is down here, so hold on. Let's see what this is about. Jake Moody now on for the field goal. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this 1st half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Ready.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Black open. Ready.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football open to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Pickett will look to throw it here. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Track at 60. 18, pioneer. Head to 60. Head to 60.
Looking to throw. Pickett. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for 2 and having the normal amount of points, so that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they've got back to where they want to be, they'll try it out there for the next one.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
That sack was by Isaiah Oliver from his cornerback position.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick 6 from earlier, You know he's thrilled to be making big plays, doing a great individual effort today.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Here's McLeod on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Ready.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Hurry, hurry.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
Strikers, 3-3. Let's go, charge. Check, huh?
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Jake Moody now on for the field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10. At their own
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
The Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Pickett. Rush coming, and he's taken down.